a deafening welcome as you hear for the Munster champions, which almost rocks Croke Park by its very foundations. Skippered by Nicky English, who was only 8 years of age when Tip last played here in a final. He sat on his father Donny's knee. He was only 8. And the youngster in the side, of course, the young man in the blue helmet, John Leahy, or John Leahy, but Leahy it's called in Mullinahone. John was just coming up to his 2nd birthday in 1971, and there's the young hero, Nicky English, a modest young man. And the other substitutes as well, warming up. So let's take a check then on the day's team news, starting with Tipperary. Tip ringing the changes in defence in an effort to close down some obvious loopholes, all too apparent against Antrim. Conor O'Donovan is back at full-back, with Noel Sheehy moving to centre-half and John Kennedy on his left. Pat O'Neill is omitted, so John Leahy starts at left-half forward for a team skippered by Nicky English. And some familiar names among the subs as well, including last year's captain Richie Stekeland. And now it's the turn of the champions from Galway, making their own bit of history, the 4th successive year here in the final. The Westerners led by Conor Hayes with just 3 wins in 17 finals. And amazingly, 7 players are starting their 4th successive final, including Sylvie Linnane here. Also Ollie Kilkenny and the half-backs Tony Keady and Peter Finnerty are in their 4th successive final. That is also the case with Brendan Linsky, Joe Cooney and the skipper Conor Hayes. And indeed Anthony Cunningham should be added to the list because he came on as a sub in the 85 final. And let's take a check then on the Galway 1 to 15. Galway's formation includes 14 of those who started against Kilkenny in last year's final. Noel Lane, who came on as a substitute and scored the only goal of that game, carries an injury and reverts to the subs. Michael Coleman partners Pat Malone in a new midfield alliance, and Brendan Linsky resumes life as a full forward. Interestingly, it's the same defence as played in 86 and 87, and just one change from 85. Tony Kilkenny played then at wing-back in place of Jerry McInerney. So the Tipperary sides coming across then to pose for the photographs that will become treasured mementos and memories later on in the year. It's a very young Tipperary side. There are those who believe down in the Premier County that perhaps they're a little bit too young this particular year. Only one married man in that team, incidentally, Pat Fox. I'm sure they'll have plenty of offers if they win this afternoon. So Nicky English then, the skipper, breaking away first, but they're going to be called back. A little sign, an indication of the tension. Nicky there on the left, Pat Fox beside him, then Aidan Ryan, and John Leahy in the middle there. Colin Bonner, Declan Ryan. So it will be Galway's turn very shortly now to come across. That's Michael Coleman from Abbeynock-Moy. And one real surprise, Michael Coleman, 23 years of age, and a surprise inclusion really. Played against London in the quarter-finals, but then as a wing-back in today at midfield. His last game at midfield in a big match was the 87 league final. That was against Clare, and Galway won. John Kennedy there, strange to see the number 7 on his back, of course, man of the match in the league final here last April. His form has dipped a little bit since then, and he's been handed a wing-back position for this afternoon's final. So it's Galway's turn now to come across and have the photographs taken. And they're hoping to make their own little bit of history. They so badly want to win 2 in a row, just to prove themselves as a side who can be good in finals. Consistency has not been their particular byword in the past. There were many doubts, of course, about them up to last year, about their ability to put 2 really good performances back to back. So this year, this young side, they are a young side indeed when you look through them, hoping to do just that. Conor Hayes here, bidding to extend his record Not Conor Hayes, rather Conor O'Donovan. The two Conors, of course, playing in the fullback positions this afternoon. And moving across to Martin Naughton, who gave a performance of his life in the semi-final last month when he top scored with a goal and 5 points. And the big question, can he repeat that against the redoubtable Bobby Ryan this afternoon? Moving across then to John Lahey, the youngest player in the field. He's only 18 years of age, played in, but figured on the losing side in last year's All-Ireland minor final. He's got a tough assignment today, trying to impress against Peter Finnerty. And on to Joe Cooney. He was only 23 on St. Patrick's Day. Seems he's been around for a long, long time. He's been at the top for 4 years, displaying his tremendous all-natural talent and ability. Here's Aidan Ryan, substituted against Antrim. He can be expected to be even more on his toes this afternoon, and one wonders whether the game plan will involve him drifting out of the corner to the discomfort of Sylvie Linane. That indeed would create some space for the likes of John Lahey. Michael McGrath, known to Galway followers as Hopper. He really opened up the right side of Galway's attack when these teams met in last year's championship, and he hit 3 fine points, a feat he repeated against Offaly. On to Pat Fox, a repeat of the 2-1, I suppose, that he scored against Galway last year in the semi-final. Well, that would please Tipperary followers no end. It's a very warm afternoon. Sylvie Linane here, playing in his 7th All-Ireland hurling final today, and hoping to add to the medals that he picked up in 1980 and last year. A real tiger on the field, Sylvie, and a very affable fellow off it. Well, here's Bobby Ryan, plays with great fire and fury as well. Happily recovered from a head injury incurred in the Antrim match. In fact, this final really does give us the chance of seeing at close quarters two really great number 5s, Bobby Ryan and Peter Finnerty. Galway grouping together to have a little final team meeting. Sylvie Linane in there in the middle of it, and Cyril Farrell, of course, the man who's calling his charges together. He's intimated that he wants to quit as Galway boss at the end of this campaign. Ken Hogan, the great goalkeeper, wonderfully strong, who over the past 2 years has produced a string, a series indeed, of consistent performances and some very impressive saves. Remember that one against Antrim, which effectively led to a goal at the other end. Fox scored it. Cyril is still having the little chat. I suppose it can be very difficult at times in an All-Ireland final dressing room with so many people milling about for the coach to have that last final word and to really impress upon his charges what he wants them to do. So he wants them to carry out the game plan as he's indicated. Always looks very relaxed, Cyril Farrell, but it can never be easy to be relaxed when you're playing in an All-Ireland hurling final, which is the very top for hurlers. And very shortly now, the president of the GAA will introduce the patron of the GAA, Dr. Tomás Macurish, who incidentally is retiring as Archbishop of Cashel and Emily, and he retires, I believe, on Monday week next. Bishop Clifford will be taking over, and so it will be Archbishop Morris who will come across now to meet the two captains, Conor Hayes and Nicky English, who will be marking one another, of course. Tip, incidentally, have won the toss. The breeze, by the way, blowing down the field from the canal end. That's the end to which Conor is going back just now. Going down the field, as we heard from the minor captain on the Kilkenny team, it's a strong breeze, an influential one. I think this is not so much a motivating session as a question of calming down the nerves. Interesting little ploy indeed by Cyril Farrell, who has been known to produce a trick or two in the past, and the great Michael Babs Keating, and how good it is to see him back, a link with the 1971 Tipperary team, which won the last All-Ireland final here for Tip against Kilkenny. Babs incidentally once scored 2 goals and 12 points, and that was in the All-Ireland semi-final against Galway. The game, I believe, was played in Birr in 1971. So the president, in the presence of the president of the GAA and the patron, it's now the turn of Walter on the Heron. Patrick Hillary to come and meet the teams. Curfew na foine in Ahana, don Ochtaran ó Hirila, Fara will on spéise guess on a point, agus duna of when in pleasure of a subpression as Fletha Spragoil, agus Tasula going illig to make Spragoil Glana going up Rondona. Expectations are high as Nicky English introduces his team. Paul Delaney there, introduced. Two fine teams indeed, hoping to overcome the usual tension associated with a really big match and settle down to produce a game which we all hope we can savour and enjoy. So Nicky has performed this function. Now it will be Conor Hayes, the former man, who will introduce his colleagues. Second year in succession, of course, for Conor to captain the side. That indeed, if they win today, would make him the most successful Galway captain there has ever been. League championship last year, of course. Tony Keady, Peter Finnerty, and so on down the line. John Commons there, incidentally. He's 23, the youngest on the Galway team. He beats Anthony Cunningham by 3 months for that honour. There's a superb view then on the Hogan stand as the president moves away to take his place in the Ord Corley section. And the next part of the ceremony then, with just about 4 minutes to go to the start, the parade. That's Paul Delaney. He'll be playing at right cornerback, incidentally, despite that number. Parade, of course, as always, an integral part of the ceremony surrounding All-Ireland final day. In this video age, players can look back on these pictures and recount one of the greatest days in their lives. Galway appearing in a record 4th successive final. But for Tip, this must be the proudest moment, I suppose, in these men's, their young lives. That's over the top of Hill 16. Spectacular view it produces. The demand for tickets, of course, Croke Park tell us, and we all know, has been unprecedented. 63,000 people packed in for this final. That includes 8,000 or 9,000 up on Hill 16. They're electing to play against the breeze in the first half. An interesting decision by Nicky English. There's the match referee. That's Jerry Kerwin, the 46-year-old official from Ballishganach in County Offaly. Jerry McGlory and John Denton will be his linesmen this afternoon. Jerry fulfilling the ambition of a lifetime. He refereed the semi-final last year, also hoping for another epic final, I know, with the minimum of fuss and trouble. That's Hill 16. Packed to capacity. Goodness, I wouldn't like to be trying to leave there in a hurry. Strenuous effort. Jerry Kerwin checks. The fans wait. Straight away we note, incidentally, that Joe Cooney has switched with Brendan Linsky. And Linsky is now on the 40. Cooney is full forward. Away they go. John Rahy has it broken up, and it's taken down by Pat Malone, down towards Michael McGrath. Looking for the lead score for Galway, in low. Conor O'Donovan back there. Up towards John Kennedy. Takes it with difficulty. Nice style. Belting it into the forwards towards Aidan O'Ryan. A hard challenge that time from Sylvie Lenane goes unpunished. Tony Keating cuts it away. Johnny O'Connell here, serving it in towards Nicky English. Ollie Kilkenny with Pat Fox. Ollie Kilkenny following up. Out to Sylvie Lenane it comes. Misses it. John Lahey applying pressure. Referee's whistle sounds for that foul on Sylvie Lenane. Ooh, it's getting a little heated early on. The tension of the occasion spilling over a little. The referee will move in quickly to defuse that. What deafening sound right at the start of this match in Croke Park. Loads of atmosphere. McGrath. Conor O'Donovan under it, but not too comfortably. Ian O'Ryan was going in there, and Paul Delaney had to be smart and quick. Out to Colin Bonner it comes. Johnny O'Connell, one-handed, up towards Pat Fox. Got there fast, but out over the end line and wide. So no score, and nearly 2 minutes played. Great puck out by John Collins. Declan Ryan on Jerry McInerney. Jerry McInerney, man of the match last year. Towards Michael McGrath. Good catch, got there ahead of John Heffernan. Inside towards Joe Cooney. Ken Hogan comes out bravely, whipped away by Paul Delaney. Oh, that was a dangerous moment for Tipperary. Back in by Michael Coleman. Galway taking a bit of authority in the middle, and that's Ian O'Ryan who puts it over the bar. Ian O'Ryan, the scorer of the opening point, as Galway take command early on. Hogan then with the sun into his eyes, breathes likewise. Jerry McInerney takes it out of a ruck of players brilliantly. There was foul there, and the referee is going over to have a little word with Colin Bonner. Tony Keating's free. Moving away to the right of the goal, and well off target. So Galway still the leaders then by that point from Ian O'Ryan. It's a good knock against the breeze by Ken Hogan. Towards Declan Ryan. Tipperary, and that's Sylvie Lenane of Gorton, Galway. Pat Malone, downfield, in towards Michael McGrath, stealing inside. Oh, a good position. Off Ken Hogan. Ian O'Ryan going in. Oh, Tipperary living so dangerously at the moment. Tony marvellous catch. Here's Joe Cooney. Couldn't quite control it. John Kennedy. Aidan Ryan up the field, but there's nobody up there. Sylvie is not going after Aidan Ryan at the moment. I think his hands go with Nicky English. Connor Hayes looking for the ball to come out to him. The linesman signals that's going to be a Galway ball. Disputed by Nicky English. Certainly the Galway tactic at the moment is to play the ball, use the breeze, put it down into the full forward line, unsettle that tip full back line if at all possible. Sylvie slowing down the game, not following Aidan Ryan at the moment, incidentally. Aidan's playing out around the half forward line. Tony O'Connell. Tony was fouled by Tony Keady. That's going to be a free in for Tipperary, and Nick English is their free taker. Tony Keady, who like Peter Finnerty has been a Galway regular now since the All-Ireland semi-final in 1985. Nicky English, the catalyst about whom this entire Tipperary team seems to tick. Should be the equaliser. It is. So sides level after 6 minutes play. Commons. That's taken by Conor O'Donovan. Happily, I'm sure for him, he feels back at full-back this afternoon. Jerry McInerney eager for the fray, nipping in smartly. When he overcarried, he was trying to release it outside to Michael Colban, and the referee there signalling that he over-travelled. Jerry, who has spent much of the last 2 years in the US, incidentally, Jerry today is playing in his 8th championship match, and remarkably 3 of those have been All-Ireland finals. This is where the ball may well end, in there between the big two. John Kennedy coming from left half back to take the free. Low, against the breeze. And Fox getting there ahead of Ollie Kilkenny. Awkward enough position. John Lahey trying to keep it in play, and the umpire steps in quickly and signals that it's gone off John Lahey, and that will be a puck out. John Commons, who produced a couple of truly outstanding saves in last year's final, ready for the puck out. Point apiece, in case you've joined us late in the 1988 All-Ireland Hurling final. Encouragement here on the Hogan stand for Jerry McInerney. Plenty of advice as well as to where he should place this ball. It comes off Declan Ryan. He's got a lot of composure for a player who's so young. Just 20 years of age. 20 in July, Declan Ryan. Left-handed then. Searchingly inside. Commons calls. Misses. Takes it again the second time, however. Noel Sheehy under it. Can't hold it. Comes out towards Paul Delaney. Here's Bobby Ryan, hoping to impress in this match, as he's impressed all year in the championship. And Declan Ryan is held by Jerry McInerney. Declan Ryan here, who's completing his first full year in the senior team. And certainly his composure on the ball, as we saw a little early on there, certainly belies his youth. Paul Delaney. Long-range free taker, teasingly in towards Nicky English, breaks down from Tony Keady's stick, out towards Donny O'Connell, couldn't get it up on his stick, comes out to Pat Fox, and that's Peter Finnerty breaking it up, takes a heavy tumble however, and fouled by the redhead there, Declan Ryan. He's a really great wing-back, Peter Finnerty, and I know our viewers in the US this afternoon, in particular in New York, will be following his progress with great interest. Breeze carrying the ball way downfield. It certainly is a factor in the first half, and it's aiding Galway. Galway, the champions, bidding to hold on to their title. Michael Coleman releasing it outside to Joe Cooney, who put it back in quickly to Martin Naughton, and that's over the bar. This man is deadly in front of goal. The hero of the last day against Offaly starts in very positive form in the final. So Galway's lead is restored. Between Keady and O'Connell it comes, drops down towards Aidan Ryan, can't hold it. Pat Malone, such a hero last year, but he threw that ball, the referee decides. Correct decision, I think. Galway fans don't agree with the referee's verdict, but it seemed that way to me, I must say. So this is a better position for Paul Delaney. It's a 65 effectively. In low again towards Pat Fox. Ollie Kilkenny trying to get the measure of Fox now. Breaks out. Jerry McInerney closing down Pat Fox's space. And that's Ollie Kilkenny, high. Not a great deal of length. Added to brilliantly there, however, by Pat Malone, and a sideline ball for Tipperary. That's Ollie Kilkenny, who did well. Stayed out of that effectively, received the loose ball and played it well downfield. Bobby Ryan then coming up to take the sideline ball. His side trailing by a point but playing into the breeze. Across it comes towards Joe Hayes, who hasn't seen much of the action so far. John Latty closed down quickly by Peter Finnerty. It doesn't look like he's going to get too much change out of Finnerty. It's Pat Malone, out it comes to Martin Naughton and match winner Shirley. Low ball to Éanna Ryan, the architect of many fine scores in the semi-final. Well released outside to Martin Naughton, who kept on motoring before Bobby Ryan could get back to put in a challenge. He stuck it over the bar, and Galway have a 2-point lead, and he scored 2 of the 3 points. His points coming from play in exciting fashion. And certainly this is the Galway attack that we saw in the semi-final. When they get the ball, when they get into open positions, they are so effective. Tipperary will have to counter in midfield because it's Galway in the ascendancy at the moment. Pat Malone too high with the delivery. That was a really good position. There were players in near the square waiting for that ball. Stamping his authority in midfield at the moment. That's Declan Ryan up towards Pat Fox. Good pick up, a tricky forward. Peter Finnerty can't hold the stinging pass. Sylvie Lenane releases to midfield, picked up by Joe Hayes. Nice sidestep by Hayes. Settles himself. Nice composure, but a good save at the end by John Commons. Saw it all the way to midfield towards Pat Malone, left-handed and left-sided downfield towards Éanna Ryan. Sun into his eyes. That's Michael McGrath. Marking is a little slack at times down there for Tipperary. Éanna Ryan gets it onto his left-hand side, but he can't steer it on target. It remains Galway 3 points, Tipperary 1, and there are nearly 14 minutes gone in the first half. Ken Hogan with another mighty puck out against the breeze. Noel Sheehy taken, however, and well read by Jerry McInerney. Lofts it high into the sky. It'll drop down there invitingly for Éanna Ryan, and tapped away well by John Heffernan indeed, and it's gone for the game's first 65. The linesmen had a look across at one another, and the linesman on the right, in fact, was the one who saw Heffernan take it away from the grasp of Éanna Ryan. Heffernan, a very tight marking player. He's wearing number 4. Number 4, yes. that's gone well over the bar. Tony Keeley then with the 65, getting his first point of the match, and Galway's fourth. Bonner here chasing with Pat Malone. Linesman on this side, John Denton, says that's a Galway ball. John quite insistent. So here's the view as Jerry McInerney sees it. Ooh. It goes towards Michael McGrath, off McGrath's stick. He appeals. It might have been another 65, but the referee is not impressed. McGrath played well for quite a while as a wing forward last year. He opened up the right-hand side of that tip defence indeed. Runs on to Aidan Ryan, shot half blocked down, player down injured, John Lahey, and it's going to be a free in for Tipperary. Received a loose stroke of the Hurley that time, I think, into the tummy. Take it up on the feet and away he'll go. The referee is insistent that mentors and trainers are removed from the field as quickly as possible, and so this gentleman is not allowed on. Nicky English ready to take the free. Side needing a point, and he supplies it. Both Tipperary's points have come from frees, and they both come from the stick of English. Into midfield, Peter Finnerty gathers well, bravely catching it, in towards Michael McGrath, travels down towards Linsky, trying to go around the defender. McGrath, Bobby Ryan. Fiercely competitive stuff, Ian O'Ryan. Game of real intensity, but it hasn't opened up as much as most neutrals would like it to so far, and the referee says that's a free against Galway. Foul by Brendan Linsky, barging into an opponent, and that will take some of the pressure off the Tip defence. Tip 2 points adrift at the moment, 4 points to 2, Galway the leaders. Joe Cooney has now moved back out to the 40, his chosen position, and as you saw there, Linsky in the fringe of the square. Runs out to Nicky English from that loose ball. Pass forward to Donny O'Connell, nice turn, getting inside, a point, it's 4 points to 3. Tip's first point from play comes from Donny O'Connell, the kill-all man. Much criticised from time to time by sections of the fans for his contribution, but he's a very effective centre forward. So just a point between the teams. Let's hope the nervous phase of the game is behind us, and the match will now open out a bit. As Pat Malone replies quickly for Galway, it travels over the bar for Malone's first score, and Galway have once again a 2-point advantage. Ryan trying to hold with Jerry McInerney breathing down his neck. Bobby Ryan nips in, and that goes off the legs, I think, of Ollie Kilkenny, and the Tipperary sideline ball. Bobby Ryan would love to point from this distance. One of the great wing backs in modern hurling, a former All-Star. The referee having a little word with Pat Malone and Declan Ryan, jostling for positions. Well chipped in towards Nicky English, but travels away from the face of the goal and wide. English very much the man that Tip will look to this afternoon. The 25-year-old captain will be 26 next month. 20 minutes gone in the first half. Joe Hayes, one-handed away to his left towards John Lahey. Space closed down quickly by Peter Finnerty, but this is an effective surge forward by Lahey. Two players marking him. He tried to release it to Joe Hayes, but wins the pass game in the first place. Hayes upfield. Aidan Ryan adds to it with Brown's hurling towards Nicky English. Turning, weaving, back to Aidan Ryan. Over the bar it trails. No, it's not. It's not. It's seen from here that it had gone over. It's gone wide. The Tipperary fans were cheering. So it remains. Galway 5 points. Tip 3. Aidan Ryan has now gone back into a top of the right position, or top of the left rather. Brendan Linsky, a thorn in the side of Conor O'Donovan at the moment. Brought down. Colin Bonner is in there, so too John Kennedy. Kennedy with beautiful skill. Oh, this man might be back for an All-Ireland football final sometime. A very resourceful clearance then by John Kennedy for a Galway sideline ball. Michael Coleman, low. Pick up his meat from Joe Cooney to Pat Malone, and he drills it over the bar. In characteristic fashion, Galway have opened up a 3-point lead. Malone's second point. Certainly the Tip midfielders are going to have to close him down when he moves forward into those particular attacking positions, because he's deadly. McGrath to fetch, beaten on this occasion by John Heffernan. Towards Colin Bonner, who wasn't expecting it. Tony Keady was the centre-half back, cool under pressure. Long ball down to Éanna Ryan to run into. A good shoulder by Paul Delaney. A very effective shoulder by Delaney at the crucial and critical moment. Good clearance to midfield towards Declan Ryan. Scrambled forward again for Galway and to Joe Cooney. A delightful player, Joe Cooney, when he really gets motoring. This is Jerry McInerney, looking busy as always. And last year's man of the match has given Galway a 4-point lead. That's the kind of point that can certainly inspire a team. Galway playing with the advantage of the breeze, will remind you. Just over 12 minutes to go now to half-time. Tip will be hoping to stay as near as possible to Galway before half-time and have that breeze at their backs for the second 35 minutes. Galway looking sharp, the experienced All-Ireland final team. And that's a Tip ball. So well at midfield. Linsky trying to break it down for Cooney, but Noel Sheehy was in there quickly. Whipped it to midfield towards John Lahey. Threaded it back as far as Joe Hayes. Nice control, good composure by Hayes. Lahey forward into space. Nobody there expecting it. It's Jerry McInerney who reads it well, however. He picks it up, but goes to the ground and wins himself for free. It's not easy for players like young Declan Ryan, spoken to there by Jerry Kirwan, to make an impression against one of the great half-back lines in modern hurling. It's interesting indeed that taking a look at the half-back line and midfield of Galway, between them they've contributed 4 points so far. One of those was from a 65 by Keating. McGrath trying to keep it in play, but even he can't do that. the Tipperary followers tense, expectant, hoping, of course, as well that this will be their day. Martin Nocton. When the ball comes his way, he certainly is impressive. Chopped down on that occasion and winning himself the free. Conor Hayes has come out from his full-back line. There's nobody marking Nicky English if this ball travels back quickly. Conor fancies his chances from his own 65-metre line. Oh, that's well on its way. It sails high and it's got over the bar for Galway's 8th point. They can all do it. The full forward line, the half forwards, midfield, half back and the full-back line. He was very heavily criticised, of course, for his performance in the last match. Indeed, in this year's campaign. So Conor Hayes has a point to prove. And the Galway crowd now surging behind their team, singing their praises, and realising that with that win behind them, they have to try and kill off this Tipperary challenge. And realising that there might well be a 2 in a row. That was a high challenge into the face there of Jerry McInerney. Whoa, getting a little bit out of control. And the referee moving in there and having a word with Colin Bonner. Quite clearly it's going to be a free to Galway. I don't think there was a name taken, just a warning issue. Joe Cooney is the free taker. That's off target. That's Galway's 5th wide. Tipperary themselves having just 4. Tony Keady was in there smartly, but left the ball behind to Declan Ryan up towards Pat Fox, being held there by Ollie Kilkenny. Referee whistles and signals that it's going to be a free into Tipperary as they play away, but the referee's whistle did sound. There's so much noise in Croke Park, it can be very hard to hear the official from time to time. 5 points the margin at the moment, and Nicky English will want to drill this one over the bar. He's got 2 points already. Oh, it came off the post and comes down, and it's gone wide. Fox claims he was being held, as he seemed to be when that ball came down off the post. Fox goes in there to protest, to draw the foul, or the alleged foul, to the attention of the umpire, but nothing comes of it. It's 8 points to 3. Pat Malone running unchallenged, striking. And that one tails to the left. He'd have to be content with the 2 points he's scored so far. Galway winning a lot of possession from their strong half-back line and their powerful midfield. With Affinity. Affinity once again. Getting it through just far enough as far as Pat Malone, who was fouled. Tim trying to unhinge him. Fouling him in any case with 6.5 minutes to go to the half-time whistle. And for disputing that, Tim penalised 10 metres. So a more favourable position then for Tony Keady. It's a flawless finish. He's got 2 long-range threes and 2 points. He is delighted. 9 to 3. Pat Malone is now being marked by Aidan Ryan, trying to close down his dominance at midfield. And there are several switches at the moment, I notice, in the Tipperary team, not playing as well as they can at all. But that really is a tribute to the effectiveness of Galway so far. Johnny O'Connell trying to burst forward. Free in. John Lahey seems to have moved in towards midfield, and Colin Bonner out towards the left half forward position. In fact, he's now gone forward again, I see, into the full forward line, where he's been marked by Sylvie Linnane. Nicky English is free, and this time the post doesn't come against him. He strokes over his third point from a free, keeping Tipperary in touch. Well, 5 points in a hurling game, it's not such a big lead, of course. But Galway certainly have been the team of the first half. Noel Sheehy and passes it forward towards Aidan Ryan. John Lahey instead of Myler, up to Pat Fox. Good catch, going on his own. The wind takes the sting out of it, and it doesn't even go over the end line. It's John Commons who clears downfield towards Aidan Ryan. Joe Hayes appeals over there from Pat Fox. It's going to be a tip ball in any case. Tipperary certainly restructuring their team, as we say. Aidan Ryan now in midfield, marking Pat Malone. Colin Bonner, who hasn't had a good game so far, he's up top of the left. John Lahey has moved across, and he's also in a midfield position. John Kennedy not hitting it too well. Peter Finnerty. Michael Coleman across the face of the goal, dangerously so, with Pat Fox around, trying to turn inside Ollie Kilkenny. Certainly the supply of the ball up towards Nicky English and Pat Fox. Not all that great so far, but it produces a point on this occasion from Declan Ryan. Declan Ryan's first point of the match, and now there's just 4 between them. So despite the fact that they haven't been playing all that terribly well, Tip very much in touch in this final of 1988. Noel Sheehy did well, but that's going to be a Galway ball. Tip will be hoping to hold their composure as much as possible to the half-time whistle. Galway then hoping to impose their will a little bit more. McInerney towards Linsky, and it's over the bar. They've been so dominant in a way, it's surprising that they're only 5 points ahead at the moment. I would have thought that they should have maybe been a little bit further ahead. Keady breaks it down, came off Aidan Ryan up to Nicky English. Looked at the post, and he pushes it over the bar. His 4th point, the first to come from play. Their inspirational leader. Noel Sheehy going out to that one, but leaving it behind. It breaks out towards Pat Malone, who wasn't expecting it to come. Declan Ryan waited, belted it forward to Colin Bonner. Will be hoping to make an impression at the top of the left on Sylvie Linane. Towards Pat Fox, the other corner forward at the moment. Ali Kilkenny staying close, staying tight, but conceding the free. And so Nicky English will once again come across, and Galway now in defence are committing the type of errors, like that foul there by Kilkenny on Fox, that will bring Tipperary even closer. Taking great care. Oh, it was wide of the target, away to the left-hand side. And so it remains 10 points to 6. Just a minute to go before half-time. John Kennedy taking that well. Great poise. Half blocked down, however. Oh, there was a shoulder there just off the ball, which I saw. And and it seemed to be by Michael Coleman on John Kennedy. Kennedy is down injured, and the referee is coming across having a word with Michael Coleman. That was an off-the-ball incident. It was a shoulder which has put John Kennedy out of the game just for the moment. He's in need of attention which is getting over on the far sideline. John Kennedy happily back in the match. Nicky English has now drifted out into the half-forward line. Donny O'Connell has gone full forward late in this first half. Michael McGrath. It's blocked down well, however, by John Heffernan. Out by John Kennedy. Jerry McInerney nipping in. The meat in the sandwich on this occasion. He waited expecting a free. Nothing came of it. Out to Michael Coleman it comes. A timely shoulder. Takes him off his stride. He carries the ball out over the sideline, and Theo English there in the background was giving great encouragement to the young Tipperary stars. Declan Ryan, one of the stars, of course, that so much is expected from. John Kennedy, one of the Dublin-based players who make the long journey down to Thurles a couple of times a week. And indeed, when it's the build-up to the championship, you're travelling down practically the whole time. The referee calls for the ball at the end of a first half in which Galway, the champions, were very much the dominant force. But they go in, leading by only 4 points. They had the breeze at their back, but at half-time, the score is Galway, 10 points. And there's the half-time position. It's 4 points enough for Galway, playing against the breeze for the second 35 minutes. Anthony Cunningham has also switched with Michael McGrath, we note. McGrath is now playing right half-forward. Cunningham is playing at top of the right. Broken hurleys from that first half being removed by the referee. The referee wants them back towards the centre point. A great deal of tension, anxiety and nerves, of course, as well. A little nudge as well from Colin Bonner as that second half gets underway. Bonner downfield, away by Jerry McInerney. Into the breeze, however. Michael McGrath now out on the right half forward position. Probingly forward towards Ian O'Ryan. This is Paul Delaney. Bobby Ryan holding off his man. The clearance down, well taken by Donny O'Connell. Thought about a pass to Joe Hayes, flicks it forward instead, which is taken with difficulty by Sylvain Linnane. Out as far as Declan Ryan, turns inside 2 men. Well done by Declan Ryan outside the 45-metre line, and there's the opening point of the second half. There's just 3 between them. Ryan's second point. 2 invaluable scores for the followers and for the team of the blue and gold. The Tip fans are certainly happy. The team keeping in touch throughout the first half, and the referee going down now to have a little word with one of the umpires, the umpire at the other side. There he is. 2 of Jerry Kerwin's brothers indeed are umpires in today's match, and let's see the result of that. Word with Sylvie and Aidan Ryan about future behaviour. Well, the message is fairly plain. Or else, lads. 10 points to 7. Galway the leaders. John Commons with the puck out. Added to there by Michael McGrath into the space. John Heffernan goes back. Good performance in the first half by the Tipperary backs. Likewise for Galway. Joe Cooney, who didn't have a good first half, didn't see too much of the action. Anthony Cunningham. Cooney again. And no outcome. When you think about it and look through this Galway attack, Cooney has yet to score, Cunningham yet to score, McGrath yet to score, and for Tipperary, Pat Fox has yet to score. Going out to try and meet that one. Conor Hayes. Here's Sylvain Linnane. Tony Keady trying to tidy up that situation. Stalemate. The kind of stylish hurley that we witnessed in last year's epic game. That's drilled down, but it's taken with ease here by Sylvain Linnane, experienced campaigner. Cooney. Galway persisting. McGrath gets it. And tidies it up with that flick over the bar. Michael McGrath's first point restores Galway's interim lead of 4 points. Linsky is playing at full forward, Cooney at centre forward at the moment, as they were programmed. It breaks down to Declan Ryan off the stick of Sylvain Linane, tries to carry it across that channel, broken up by Peter Finnerty. John Lahey closing down on Peter Finnerty at every occasion. Finnerty then, a little altercation there with Donny O'Connell, and Tony Keady steps in as well. Originally it was Finnerty versus O'Connell. And the referee penalises the Tipperary attack and team another 10 metres. Well, he scored 2 very nice points in the first half from long-range frees, Tony Keady, but this is into the breeze. John Kennedy drops it down, but gets back to recover his error to Colin Bonner. High through the middle, towards Pat Fox. Mickey English over there with Conor Hayes. Looking for support, gets it from Declan Ryan. Getting it on his left-hand side, and that's a good point. He's now got 3 points. The 20-year-old newcomer in the Tip colours this year makes it 11 points to 8. So we await the first goal of the All-Ireland final. Will there be a goal in this year's clash? It took the introduction of Noel Lane last year to produce the first and only goal. One wonders about this year. Ollie Kilkenny out towards Jerry McInerney's wing. Jerry, who recovered from flu which afflicted him during the week, to play in today's contest. Cut up towards Pat Malone. Here's Michael Coleman, Malone's partner at midfield. Well, that's it into space, but there's nobody there waiting for it except John Heffernan. And the second time he doubles on it and out over the sideline. It's a very defiant Tipperary defence. Peter Finnerty slowing down the game, taking his time, and the fans, I think, want the introduction of Noel Lane for Galway. But yes, he is warming up on the far side. Linsky forward towards Joe Cooney, tight position, across towards Cunningham. Nocton, oh, it's gone wide. It was an awkward pass back into the face of that goal, and Nocton was the one who took responsibility but couldn't steer it on target. Now, who will be going following the introduction very shortly of Noel Lane? The bandaged thigh, which caused the damage and resulted in him failing to make the team in the first place. Donny O'Connell. Off the stick of Sylvain Linane, it ricochets, and Peter Finnerty knocks it wide, but only as far as the waiting Aidan Ryan. From an awkward position, that's a point. Reminiscent of some great points that Tipperary scored in the league final from positions out around that side of the field. This time it's Aidan Ryan who gets his first score. And so Noel Lane is the one who goes on, or will be going on, just as soon as the referee is notified. We're waiting to see still just who's going to go. Will they make a change at midfield, I wonder? It won't be Pat Malone in that case. He had a blinder in the first half. No Sheehy. Lane is still waiting to come on. No Sheehy again. Tony Keady, the other centre half back. Moves it in, and Ken Hogan waits for it to go harmlessly out over the end line. So now it's Noel Lane's turn to come on. He'll give that little slip of paper to the referee, Jerry Kerwin. Cyril Farrell is going in, and And Orion is coming out, and it's Anthony Cunningham who's been called ashore. Cunningham was gone, didn't have a particularly happy afternoon, failed to score, and so he goes, and Nolan comes in and goes into the full forward line at top of the left. Galway still leading, remember, but only by 2 points now, 11-9. This is Martin Nocton. The champions bidding to retain their title. John Kennedy took his eye off that one. Space closed down quickly by Michael McGrath. John Kennedy and Noel Sheehy there, out into the centre towards Declan Ryan. And the referee calls for the ball, and there was an off-the-ball incident there. The referee says it's going to be a free for where the ball lands, a free which will be for Tipperary, and a foul down that end of the field. As you see, Brendan Linsky is the player who's picking himself off the ground. Michael Keating walking around the place. Babs Keating, as is known, of course, to legions of hurling followers. Theo Andoni there as well. Between them, they have 13 All-Ireland medals. Paul Delaney waits. This is from 65 metres. And there's just a point between the teams. The man from Rosscraig gets his opening score at a vital and critical time. And the Tipperary fans now, I think, believe they can win this final. But only 9 minutes gone in the second half. It's a long way to go yet. Tight and tense, exciting as well. Michael Coleman puts up the hand. It's Pat Malone, however, gets it forward. But it's intercepted by Colin Bonner. Tipperary tails up at the moment. This is a good run, but he's stopped by Pat Malone. Out towards Noel Lane, first chance to impress. Being marked over there by the tight marking Paul Delaney. Lane across field towards Michael Coleman, a brother of Matty who played football for Galway in the 83 final. A hand pass forward to McGrath. Point between the teams at the moment, and Galway have a 2-point advantage again. Michael McGrath, the scorer, he's got 2 points, and it's 12-10. Well, it really is a tribute to the tight marking of both defences that we have yet to have a goal after 45 minutes of action. Jerry McInerney can't hold, it breaks down to Donny O'Connell, who can't take it either. Tony Keady here, turning on his right-hand side towards Brendan Linsky, trying to break it down to the other forwards, but it's taken by Noel Sheehy, former fullback. And Sheehy was fouled that time by Brendan Linsky, and the referee goes back to take Linsky's name. So Linsky becomes the second player to have his name taken in this year's hurling final. Noel Sheehy was the player who was injured in that tussle. Noel Sheehy, who was last as a centre-half back for Tipperary in the quarter-final of the league against Antrim. So, Paul Delaney takes this free. 2 points between the teams. But that's wide. Inches wide of the right-hand post. It was an ambitious enough effort. With plenty of time remaining in the contest for either side to stamp their authority, if that's possible. Alan Bonner trying to break it down. Joe Cooney picking up, coming a little bit more into the match in the second half. Up towards Ian O'Ryan. A dangerous forward, but not on this occasion. 4 wide at each end, and Galway now with 10 wides, Tipperary with 7. Ryan with the sun in his eyes, touches it down to Donny O'Connell inside towards John Lahey. Goal kick comes out. It's gone in! But the referee's whistle sounds. No, it's not going to count. The referee's whistle had sounded. There was a free out around 21 metres out. And it's going to be a free in for Tipperary just when they thought they'd got themselves the opening goal. Donny O'Connell played this ball in, but there was a foul just a second or two before as John Lahey ran in, got the break. In it went, but no goal. So Nicholas English, I'm sure, will tap this one over and put the minimum between the teams again, taking extreme care. As always, he's now got 5 points. 4 of the 5 incidentally coming from frees. So it's beautifully balanced again. So much tension though about Croke Park, you can almost touch it. Tipped in the wilderness for so long, of course, back for the first time in 17 seasons. A young, inexperienced team by and large. Galway have been here many times before. Here's Piggott there in the background, one of the substitutes with the clenched fist, saying to the lads, come on, it can be done. Well, that's what both teams know. McInerney towards Noel Lane, who seems to have gone in towards a full forward position. Michael Coleman trying to advance. Still Michael Coleman. Lost his stick. Joe Hayes, stalemate. He breaks to Lane. Dangerous in positions like this. But off target. He was pursued along the line there by John Kennedy, who realised the peril that Tip were in when this man got possession. And so the tactic was to close his space down quickly. Noel Lane, a player who likes to get the ball into his hand and then trying to round the defender. Very pleasant afternoon in Croke Park. Ollie Kilkenny whips it forward to midfield, where Lidsky is now very much involved in the business. That's Martin Naughton opening up the broad shoulders, but really casting aside a good chance because it was neither a shot at goal nor was it a good pass. He's tiding so well at centre half back. John Heffernan puts it down, but only into the waiting arms of Brendan Linsky, spraying it outside to Lane. Conor O'Donovan, the Limerick man who played minor with Limerick, is fouled, and that's going to be a free for Tipperary. Delaney's free then down towards Declan Ryan. Searchingly in. Commons came well on that occasion. Was positive and decisive. Finnerty completes it. Out to Keady, an adventurous centre forward, centre back I should say. So Hayes whipping into it. And the referee says he didn't like the nature of that pull. Regarded it as a dangerous foul. And a free to Galway. Even the anxiety and tension of the occasion is mirrored, I think, on the expressions of these supporters. The match is so delicately balanced. There's so much at stake for both teams. They've been built up for this final. The marking is tight. There's little fluency and little room for expression. Keady in towards Noel Lane. Made it well, but onto the head of Conor O'Donovan. And Lane then explaining what he was doing. He did that at the start of the Offaly match as well, trying to sort out the fullback early on. Ozzie Bennett there. The 8th time he's been involved with the Tipperary team in an All-Ireland final. See that again from that long ball towards Noel Lane. As the ball was in the air, he hit onto it, but the referee said it was dangerously onto the head of Conor O'Donovan. Down went the fullback. Well, Noel Lane is a very fair, very tough full forward, and the exchanges are always tough against a tight marking fullback like Conor O'Donovan, and thankfully the fullback none the worse for that. Aidan Ryan gets the break of the ball, can't get a decent shot at goal however. It's Michael Coleman who gets back there, the midfield player. It out. Paul Delaney here. That's a very long shot from Delaney, but nobody was expecting it. A lot of good possession has been thrown away by passes like that one. In the centre of the field, Tip not exactly totally pleased, I'm sure, with the way things are developing. O'Connor going up to meet this one with Pat Malone, who hasn't been as convincing as he was in the first half, but that's a tribute to Tipperary in a way. McGrath here, through the eye of an eagle. Looking for players to give it to. Lane always available. There's a lot of good running. Little pass inside to Joe Cooney, marked by Bobby Ryan. And John Kennedy. The shot by Cooney is over the bar. He gets his first point of the match. 18.5 minutes into the second half. A pass that was, or a point that was well set up following a good pass from Noel Lane. So 2 points between them again. And Joe Hayes is being called off by perhaps Keating here. Seems like Cormac Bonner is in at full forward. A sympathetic round of applause for Hayes. Aidan Ryan has gone to midfield. That's Stoney O'Connell at centre forward. And it's wide. And yes, we can confirm it's Cormac Bonner who's come in. He's playing full forward. Nicky English is playing top of the left. That's a vital switch then that they've made. There's the man who scored the all-important goal of the Munster final. Remember that in July? Nicky English trying to get it forward. Again, the manager of the Tipperary team keeping on his toes. Anxious moments for him as he goes behind John Common's goal. John Heffernan, meanwhile, towards Aidan Ryan. Now at midfield, we'll remind you. John Lahey. Nicky English taking it well. Passing outside to Aidan Ryan. Striking that forward with a lot of conviction, however. It was half blocked in any case. Coming back down to Tony Keegan. Pass outside to Michael Coleman. Galway grouping well, using their experience when needed to. Noel Lane here with Conor O'Donovan. Once again, he'll try to engineer a score or a free, maybe. It's a goal he's looking for. Once again, into Joe Cooney. Joe Cooney has really sparkled since Lane has come on. Linsky. Backing one another up well, but there's still a gap outside. But that's one pass too many. And it's John Kennedy who breaks it up and has to resort to the boot to pick it away clear down towards Colin Bonner. Jerry McInerney gets his stick to it, but the referee saw a foul there on Colin Bonner, and it's going to be a free for Tipperary from about 45 metres out from their own end line. Colin Bonner has had an adventurous afternoon. At one stage he was top of the left. Such a good first half at all, but he's coming into it in the second. Again, Paul Delaney down towards Paul McConnor. Donny O'Connell there too. A shot from Common saves. A great shot by Fox was saved by John Commons. It comes out to Jerry McInerney, and Galway now live dangerously. Brendan Linsky tries to break it down. It comes towards Pat Malone. He's quickly blocked down, however, by two Tip players. It's released to Declan Ryan. This is a marvellous performance by Ryan. For win, lose or draw, this fellow has been a hero. 4 points he's contributed of Tips, 12 so far. And there's just a point between them. And the manager is on the field, something which he's really not supposed to do, but it's just to make a switch. Nicky English has been told to drift further upfield, and Sylvie Linnane has followed. Aidan Ryan, meanwhile, is in need of attention. Jerry Kerwin has stopped the game while that can happen. Oh, we're thinking of another substitution. It is Tony Kilkenny is the one I think who's going to be brought in. Tony Keane catches well. Pushing forward, a player who loves to attack, the centre half back, remember. To Pat Malone, and it's over the bar. Pat Malone's third point. Took a lot of stick in Galway from many fans and supporters for his performance in the semi-final, but he's answered his critics. Kilkenny comes on. Tony Kilkenny, who played in the finals of 85 and 86, on he comes. And we'll wait to see just who is going to go. Tony Kilkenny can play in midfield or in half-back. I think it's Martin Nocton, the hero of the last game. The semi-final is going, yes, he's been called ashore. So Tony Kilkenny and Noel Lane have come into the Galway team during the second half. 2 points between the teams. It's 14 for Galway, 12 for Tipperary, and just over 11 and a half minutes remaining. Will Galway, I should say, retain their title? Will Tip win their first All-Ireland and the 23rd in all for the first time in 17 years? John Heffernan. Here's Fox. Neat turn. But nobody expecting this up Tony Keady. The game he's playing at centre-back. Tripped by Declan Ryan. 3 out. That's a very slack free. He was trying to link up with Michael Coleman. Lahey read it well, intercepted, but can't steer his shot on target. And there are still 2 points between the teams. The 18-year-old bluffing the chance on that occasion, but he did play a good first half, I think. 10 minutes to go. No goals so far. Brendan Linsky, the most experienced and most senior player on the field, and that is going to be linesman's ball. John Denton will throw it in between Linsky and Noel Sheehy, his marker, but Jerry Kerwin wants them back a little bit further than that. Back you go, lads, he says. Kennedy here. Well blocked down by Ian O'Ryan. McGrath. Just didn't make it, nearly did so. The breeze was holding it a little bit. It's a tip ball in any case. Tony O'Connell from that sideline ball. It runs on indeed to Pat Fox, 45 metres out. Trying to bring Tip back into the game a little nearer. McGrath here. Galway the leaders right throughout the contest, leading at half-time by 4 points, but just 2 points ahead at the moment. And this is Ian O'Ryan on a fine solo run. Now can he deliver the pass to Linsky? There's a loose man outside him. Malone is waiting. Gathering outside the 45-metre line. In it goes towards Joe Cooney. Closed down by Aidan Ryan. Still gets in his shot, but it's off the target. Joe Cooney wanting a change of Hurling. Peter Finnerty trying to break that one down with John Lahey there too. Lahey. It's Finnerty again. The dashing wing back up towards goal lane in a one-to-one situation. Dangerous. Ken Hogan reads well. Makes a good clearance. McInerney with a fabulous catch. Playing another great game this afternoon for Galway. Shouldering Bobby Ryan. And it's a point! A point in the first half, another in the second half at a critical time. 3 points now between the teams. Well, there's little or nothing really, it must be said, between Galway and Tip. But Galway now edging ahead. Tense, anxious minutes ahead. Ian O'Ryan. Galway now enjoying something of a dominance. Now can they kill off this Tipperary challenge? Lane has been good since coming on. That's across to John Heffernan. Towards Nicky English, the player they look to. Takes it with difficulty, releases outside quickly to Donny O'Connell. Jerry McInerney, who's gained confidence from his scores, blocking him down. Holds it up enough for Ollie Kilkenny to come out. Aidan O'Ryan, shouldered over there right by Ollie Kilkenny. They both appeal, and the referee goes across. Galway ball, tense moments for everyone all around Croke Park. Jerry McInerney, the player who came back from the US, having had the last couple of seasons over there. The referee and Jerry want some of the other players a few more metres back from the ball. Donny O'Connell towards Aidan Ryan. Tip now trying to supply the ball in for their inside forwards, but that's Joe Cooney coming way out from centre forward to make the extra man in defence. Up it goes to Aidan Ryan inside towards McGrath. McGrath has got it. He's got Ryan in support if he needs him, but stopped brilliantly by Noel Sheehy, the centre half back. Defiant as always. Released to Aidan Ryan. Hop! A half-inch shot with a half a hurley. It goes down to John Lahey. A great one by John Lahey. Shipping it in. Cormac Bonner's there, down towards the full forward, but it's Conor Hayes who takes it up. The commanding full back, and the referee says that there was some pushing, and it's going to be a free out for Galway. The tension of the occasion, well, it's very, very evident with just 5.5 minutes remaining. It will not go down as the greatest classic of all time, that's for sure, but that's the position. Two sides who so badly want to win the final. Kennedy. Galway's ball. Peter Finnerty almost collides with John Denton, the linesman, that time in his anxiety to get it. A goal between the teams, a goal which we haven't had in the final to date. Joe Cooney trying to latch onto that one. Away by Bobby Ryan. Here's Tony Kilkenny, left-sided in towards No Lane, but it goes away from goal. Well, to waste a few precious moments. Galway hold possession. Tip will now have to get this ball downfield. They need scores quickly. Broken up by Ollie Kilkenny, jersey pulled by Declan Ryan, referee allows an advantage. Pat Fox. Ryan out to the unmarked Donny O'Connell. Keady tries to close down. Here's O'Connell going through. The shot. There's just a point, or rather there's just 2 points between them. Donny O'Connell's second point of the match comes with just over 4 minutes to go. 15-30. They converge in midfield. Little fluency, but it's Noel Sheehy who tries to emerge with that ball. Michael Coleman having difficulty getting up into his stick. It's Pat Fox here, blocked down by Jerry McInerney. Ball has barely travelled 10 metres out of direction in the last second or two. Conor O'Donovan gets there first. Aidan Ryan likewise for Tipperary. They battle to get it out of defence. Back by Aidan Ryan to Noel Lane, who uses experience well, tries to slow down the game when needs be, hold the ball up over there, take two players with him, but on this occasion he stepped out over the sideline, and it's going to be a Tipperary line ball. No way, says Noel Lane. And also been a question about the pass, indeed, whether it was a legal hand pass or whatever. Paul Delaney. Colin Bonner tries to break it down. It's Tony Kilkenny through the centre. Galway now will just be anxious to keep the ball up that end of the field. It's such a close game. At this stage, normally in the All-Ireland final, the winning team, well, their supporters will be on the sideline ready to come in, but nobody knows who's going to win this one. Declan Ryan, 2 points between them. Loses the hurley, tries to get it outside to English, who was waiting. Fox here trying to pick up, closed down quickly by Joe Cooney. He's been a very industrious and busy Joe Cooney in the second half. Kennedy comes down to John Heffernan, to John Lahey. There's his shot, well on its way towards Nicholas English and wide. A fine pass inside from Lahey, shaking the head. thinking they might indeed have got a free inside that time. Certainly I think that the English would have felt he might have had a free for a bit of holding. Any frees, of course, inside of the square at this stage of the match, or any stage of the match, could result in penalties. There's just under 2 minutes to go. Galway hoping to hang on. Jerry Burke's in the match, as you saw there for Galway. Here he is again, Jerry Burke. It's wide. Substitute late in the second half, Jerry Burke having come in. We didn't see who went off. Galway now battling their hearts out, but both teams, full credit to them for giving us a very, very good game of hurling. Compelling contest, not over yet. John Collins on his knees, literally, and it's a 65 with Lahey raiding. Cormac Bonner was the one, I think, rather than Lahey. Yes, it's Cormac Bonner, number 20, who was going in. Once again, trying to prove himself as a predator. 40 seconds remaining. 2 points between the teams, and Tip will surely now go to try and score a goal here. Noel Sheehy advising Paul Delaney about their predicament with 25 seconds to go now. This ball will have to drop in, and Tip will have to score a goal in order to win this final. The Galway fans cheer loudest. We're almost into injury time. There'll be a little bit of that. The trainer was on a few times in the second half.
Oh, where?
Commons. Towards Noel Lane it comes. Battling with Conor O'Donovan. Lane! A goal! Noel Lane! He's the ace predator, surely. Lane, the goal-scoring hero last year. Had a great semi-final, I thought. And he scored a vital goal at a vital time in this year's final. This is it again. That long ball up to Noel Lane, catching Conor O'Donovan off balance, doggedly pursuing that ball and slotting it wide of Ken Hogan for the game's only goal. So, Tipperary, is there any response with time now well and truly into injury time? A minute of injury time played. The referee calls, no, it's a free out for Galway. And look at that, a nice moment there between Nicholas English and Ollie Kilkenny. And now, as you see, with spots of rain falling down from the skies, but that doesn't matter the Galway men, all the Galway followers. It looks like being their day. Tip have certainly battled bravely, made it a very, very compelling final. Two very committed teams. The two best hurling sides in the country, I think it must be said. Jerry Kerwin warning Conor Hayes. The crowd, the Tipperary followers, I'm sure, drifting away. The referee, meanwhile, has gone in and told the Galway fellas, get on with it. Game is continuing, I think, with the buck out. So the Galway fans ready to come in and salute the many heroes who are making history. They're ready to invade. But they've been kept on their toes throughout the match by a game Tipperary team. Fox. Pat Malone, what a great game he's played for Galway. That's Paul Delaney. Chipping it in towards Cormac Bonner. Tip looking for a goal. It's a penalty, I think, or is it? It was certainly, it is, yes, it's a penalty for Tipperary. It might not be over yet, depends on how much time the referee's going to add on. There's 5 points separating the sides at the moment. We're 3 minutes into injury time. Tip with this penalty. English will be the taker. they're all ready to line up the goal line. The referee signalled it was all out. Yes, that's the position. I think he's waiting for the defenders to get out of the goal line. And they're being told now just 3 on the goal line. So Nicholas English, the team captain. He belts it over the bar for Tipperary's 14th point, a consolation score. He's got 6 of those points, and there it is! Galway complete a fabulous 2 in a row by retaining their title, and Tip, a very game Tip side, must wait a little longer as the champions win their 4th All-Ireland title with the final scoreline, which was Galway 1 goal and 15 points. Tipperary 14 points, a victory that Galway have strived so hard to achieve. And certainly this is a setting that Peter Finnerty has come to know, defiantly punching the air. A Croke Park scene that Galway have certainly become used to in the last few years and begun to dominate. Today they were playing in their 4th successive final, and it really was a fine performance by so many of the Galway stars like Jerry McInerney. Their defence, I thought, was magnificent. They battled bravely in midfield. Some of their forwards had something of an off day, but that in a way was a tribute to the tight-marking Tipperary defence. This was also the 8th final appearance since the most recent breakthrough by Galway in 1975, and who can forget that breakthrough? At the time it was thought it might be just a passing phase, but this team under Cyril Farrell have shown that is not the case, and so they've won 3 wins in the last 8 finals, and surely now, you know, that Tony Keaney and his colleagues will get it together again after all the celebrations. They'll seek a 3 in a row, I'm sure, in 1989. There's confirmation of the score then. 4 points separating the sides at the finish. Galway 115, Tipperary 14 points. Noel Lane, who came on and who did so well, who contributed handsomely, set up some fine scores and got that great goal for Galway, which was so badly needed right at the finish to absolutely settle it. Because can you imagine, had he not got that goal, and had Nicky English then been presented with the penalty right at the end with just 2 points between them, my goodness me, what drama we would have had. It was not to be, and Cyril Farrell, who masterminded the triumph, and who's been quoted as saying that he wants to step down after this match, I'm sure now that pressure is going to be applied over the winter to get him to change his mind, and they'll be trying to make sure that he remains at the helm for at least another year. So the legions of Tipperary fans watch now as Galway enjoy their moment of glory. And to their credit, the Tipperary fans, I can tell you, have remained up on Hill 16 to witness the presentation. Conor Hayes goes up. It's become a familiar sight for Conor. Criticised going into this match, but he played a masterly game on Nicky English. He's Galway's most successful captain ever. They've won the 2 in a row, but up on Hill 16, while some are drifting away, let's be honest, the vast majority of Tipperary fans are staying on. It's a moment they want to savour as well. Their team back in the big time, and I don't think it'll be too long before Tipperary are up receiving this cup. But the day well and truly belonging to the maroon and white of Galway. After so many frustrating years leading up to the 70s, they certainly have come good lately.
I'm going to cordial here. Maroon Rock, come and look at scale. Go on up the barge with a go on. They're friends God in you. Come on, dear. Let's not have. Oh, here we are. A little novel. There are 11 lads, 4 2 at the again. Congratulations to Galway. So an ish, the gorgeous are each model. Agus an ish run and foreign show, quarterly cardi. For all here, Captain Friend Galway.
It's the moment, I suppose, that every schoolboy dreams about, and Conor Hayes has enjoyed that dream now on 2 occasions. It's Galway's day, the cup goes back to the west.
Outdrawn here, agus Garda, agus muintir na Galway League and Sean. Níl mé cínte fós, go bhfuil nó méid seo fear, nó, nach bhfuil mé mo colla. Lá ionach starúil an lá seo go I máint I Ngáileamh. Son an Fern Thomas John Weir go gach duine a thug Carstone fud an blian seo. Bháil an buíochas a gháil go mór don 3 daoine speisialta. Siad Phil Murphy, Bernie O'Connor agus Cyril Farrell. It's indeed an historic occasion here to have a Galway man to come up here to take the McCarthy Cup for 2 years running. I would like to thank our own hurling board and all those that helped us during the year, our county board as well, and especially our 3 selectors, Phelim, Bernie and Cyril Farrell. I would like to thank our supporters, not only those here today, those that couldn't get tickets and are at home watching on the television, and the people outside the country, in London, in Europe, Australia, and in New York, Boston, Frisco, and elsewhere, especially to the boys in Chicago. We did it again. We'll see you next January. Just a word to gallant losers, Tipperary. They made us fight all the way for it. They're a fine team, and there is no doubt that their day will come. It's not far off when a Tipperary man will be up here to accept the McCarthy Cup. I would not ask our supporters to give them 3 rousing cheers. Hip hip. Hip hip. Hip hip. Go Maggie.
And there